Alright. Looks like the streams are up. Get our macro buttons back up here. Hey, now that macro works. Just have a macro for my mute. Why do these both say offline? Well, let's go check and see if they're running. Okay, they are. It just says offline. That's fine, I guess. Skorath has joined this ARK. Gotta go change my thumbnail. So a big thing that I want to do today is to go see about finding another extinction map that I can base up on. It's so weird that it's not registering as online on my streams. I'm so confused. We're gonna have a really weird day today. That's fine. Yeah, so I want to find another extinction map that I can go to. I also kind of want to go back to my old center map, since I can now transfer into this map with stuff. I want to go ahead and maybe bring back some resources, if there are any resources left over there, so that I can, just add those to my resources available here. So let's poke our heads outside. Let's see what's been going on today. Why are y'all just destroying everybody's things all the time? Okay, so it doesn't look like any of these folks got attacked or anything like that. It doesn't look like any of my stuff got destroyed. So I think we're okay. So yeah, the big thing is that I just want to find myself a location on another extinction where I can live. And we should be good. Should be good. So one of the things we need to do is see if we don't have like a flyer of some sort. We got some snow owls in here. Do I have any adult snow owl? Snow owl. Alright. Saddle. Have any saddles? Don't have any chitin because I turned it all into cementing paste. There's a little bit right there. Probably not going to be enough, but that's fine. We'll just go snag up an RG or something and go kill an Arthro or whatever real quick. Should be simple. I need 125, a little less than 125. So let's go teleport right over here. No RG. teleport here. Hey, there's the OG. Actually, I think I'm the one who left it here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know. Oh, I haven't changed my settings. Whoopsie. So let's go do that. View distance epic, global illumination low, blah 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 blah. This is already on quality, we save that. And then we get rid of our cloud. Get rid of our fog. Get rid of our shadows. And we get rid of our grasses. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, we just go find ourselves an arthropleura or something and kill it and get a little chitin and come back. And then we'll be okay. We'll be ready to continue. Level are these tech stegos. Level 60. How useless. How totally useless. Gotta admit, I've been feeling pretty funky for the last week or so. I actually feel pretty good today, though. Not nearly as funky as I had been. So hopefully that keeps going. And we can just carry this over. Into the new weekend. Getting a little bit of chitin. So that we can make our snow owl saddle. And we're going to see about teleporting around to some different extinction servers. We're going to try and find a low pop server, obviously. It's not going to do us any good to get onto a high population server. That's how you end up fighting for your life. And we don't necessarily want that. Extinction is a really good server for some resources. For example, getting obsidian on Extinction I think is really easy. And so I'm totally down for like farming that resource on an Extinction map. But I do still want to... I want to have a good Extinction base that I can bring like metal and stone from a center location. Because the center just, you know, donkeys in the center are just way too good for metal and stone that you just can't. It's silly for me to keep trying to farm metal here on the extinction map because I just get so much less per time, and I could be making so much more progress if I didn't do that. And so something I'm going to have to do is actually go through and look for some good donkey traits and just get some decent donkeys with some donkey traits for mineral bearing so that, I can keep them in an upload or I can do something with them, find somewhere to squirrel them away so people can't come and uh, take that stuff, mess that up. And that way, even if I get, a base destroyed or something like that, I can still just farm resources kind of out of control. So that's really one of the keys to bouncing back is the amount of resources you can get, because you really can't get nearly as many resources before you have, a lot of the resource dinos. And even if you've got, an Anki and a bird, like you can do pretty good, but it's really not great. The other thing that's going to be important there is, I have a transmitter. And so if I have a transmitter in a good location for resource gathering, even if my main base gets destroyed, all I need to be able to transport my resources back to whatever new base I'm building is a bed. Because that transmitter exists, right? I can use that transmitter to transport resources anytime I want. So as long as that bed exists, we're good to go. So I'll just be needing to find a place to sort of put my bed. Now, when we move, so I'm talking about moving to a base location that's the same as the one I'm in right now. And we know that I can't actually build beds and use beds inside of this base location that I'm going to, that I'm currently living in. And so something I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to build like a tower on the outside of this base location so that I can put beds in it and a teleporter in it. So it's not going to be just about having the inside of this pipe, but I'm going to have to build a little around the outside of the pipe too. And so I'm thinking about some potential ideas. And something I'm kind of interested in would be to just cage like the entire pipe and sort of just extend the pipe outward. I think would be kind of cool. Hey, what's up, Twisty? Yeah, we'll definitely need some towers and some stuff like that to really protect this spot. For sure. For sure, for sure. We're going to. I think what we'll end up needing to do is we'll put a lot of the stuff that we have in here right now in here. Um, Maybe even our tech replicator. But we'll try to put. We probably won't have the tech replicator in here because I don't want anything. The inside is basically going to become our storage unit. Yeah, I am still on an exploration server, so I am going to be moving to another extinction server. I think I'm going to be trying to find this location on another server. But what I'd like is to maybe put most of my storage and stuff in here, and then try and get my tech replicator and any other crafting stuff outside within range of my dedicated storages. So all my stuff will be stored in here, and then all my crafting will happen outside. Is kind of where I'm going, what I'm looking at, you know? But we'll see how it works. We got everything we need to make this snow owl saddle. Let's see about some cryo fridges. Let's get a couple of these. Claiming extinction transfer open. Oh, you're claiming an extinction server right now? Nice. Good for you. Good job. What was I wanting to make? I want glow sticks, batteries. Get a couple of batteries here. We're gonna put this stuff right here in this transmitter. Whoops. I need the batteries. Give it a couple of days and you'll be able to find like a tree or honeycomb extinction server gonna get battered this week. Yeah, no, you're definitely right. People are definitely gonna be attacking the extinction servers, which is going to be pretty entertaining, but I'm kind of hoping that that will be beneficial to me because people will be focused on like wiping the bigger tribes and stuff. And so maybe I'll be able to kind of slide in under the radar, take my little spot, get it built up a little bit, and then move on from there. The other thing I'm thinking is I might need to change the way I look at building the space location. So I was laboring under the impression that you couldn't throw out cryos near other people's cryo fridges, but that's obviously been changed, and so you can. And so I am no longer, my base location now is no longer as safe from, like carbo soaking. You can claim a wiped honeycomb and get a few chandeliers up. You'll have a nice spot. I honestly, I don't even know where the honeycomb is. I don't even know what base spot you're talking about. I assume it's probably in the sunken forest, though, yeah? Interesting. Interesting. I might look into that. I really like the spot that I have. I think one of the strengths of the spot that I'm currently using is that it's just not large enough for anybody but a solo to want it. And so the only time it's going to get raided is by people who just want to raid out my base, which I think there are lots of people out there who would just kind of ignore a smaller solo base, unless they were trying to raid out an entire server or something like that. So I think I will draw less ire in a position that maybe isn't a full 6-person size. But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Maybe I would actually draw less ire by having a huge base location because fewer people would think they were capable of raiding it. I don't know. All right. I mean, that's true, but the amount of resources that goes into defending one of those locations is also significantly higher. I have to 86 myself here. I mean, you have to have multiple chandeliers of tons of turrets and stuff. I just don't necessarily have the ability to gain that many resources. Being all by my onesie. I don't know, maybe. I also think. Yo, what's up, Yumi? How are you? I also think that there's a really good base location in this spot where I'm currently doing my gotchas and stuff and raising some of my bigger creatures. Way down in the bottom left corner over there. Over here. I think there's an incredible base that can be built there. And so I might be trying to do that as well. I think you could make it almost impenetrable. Just because you could create slides that would slide your enemies off into actually we need these slide your enemies off into the red without ever actually having to pass through the red to get to the base location. So I think that's pretty darn incredible. I'm doing good, Yumi. Doing good. We just got started today. So we've got a long, long day of grinding and building and stuff ahead of us. Do you want to come in my new the center base? Oh, you have a new the center base? That's cool. what map I can teleport over there. But yeah, let me get some of this stuff uploaded. In about 5 minutes, we'll go see about that. All right. Yeah, let me get this stuff uploaded and then I'll teleport over there and you can let me in. Take a look. Just so you know, I mean, you know I'm streaming, obviously, so anybody who's watching this stream is gonna know where your base is. Just, uh, just so you know. You can upload that too. Probably that. Let's take a look, actually, since I'm looking in the transmitter here and I've got a couple of minutes. I can't believe that there are... Wait, why are the island servers showing up? So weird. Let's put extinction in there. There we go. So the oceanic extinction servers don't have a ton of people. Yeah, apparently. All the expiring servers are obviously super empty. So we'll probably do like we did on the center, and we'll probably go to an oceanic server. Again, just because they have the lowest populations and fewer people go over there. And because people won't want to come and like get their retribution rating me on an oceanic server with all that lag potential. So I can raid on NA servers and have a lower chance of getting attacked by other NA players. At least that's the hope. What's up, Sleepy Party Wizard? How are you today? You've been going off lately. Tons of streams, multiple per day. Lots of hours, good for you. Good for you. Been lurking some. It's freaking incredible, man. On the other hand, I've been being a piece of crap lately. How can I farm chitin on the center? Cranked it up a little before I started classes again next week. Oh, okay, cool. Do you know what is the best farm method for chitin? Sorry, I was tabbed out there for a second, Yumi. Good for you, Party Wizard. I hope you get monetized. You can go down Yumi into the underworld, like Twisty is saying. Another good option is to do the boss fight because the Brood Mother is in that boss fight. So the Brood Mother will summon all the little spiders. So if you just bring a couple of Megatheriums, you can just do the Gamma boss fight. And basically, as many Megatheriums as you bring with you, you'll get that many slot caps of chitin. So you could bring like 4 Megatheriums, and then you just leave with 4 slot caps of chitin. It's honestly kind of stupid. But you also don't have to stick to your server either. Once you get the tech transmitter, which you need to focus on getting, because it's one of the most important things you can have. Once you have that, you can just leave from your base to any server. And then you don't have to have lots of tech generators like you do when you farm on your own server. Because when you're farming on your server, you have to have a tech generator to keep the teleporter up. But when you're using a tech transmitter, it doesn't require a generator. So all you have to do is bring a glow stick with you to power up your cryo fridge to throw out your creature when you get there, and then you just teleport back. This leaves you a little open because, you would have to have a generator to have any turrets or anything like that. And so you leave yourself open to maybe being attacked while you're standing there full of stuff. But I still think it's a viable option. Okay, let's travel. Whoops. Travel to another server. And let's go over here. Where should I spawn at, Yumi? To go take a look at this space. Are you kidding me, game? Okay. Gonna put y'all on a black screen for a minute. And we're gonna try this dance again. And it says we need to wrap up your previous session. I hate this game sometimes. I don't know why ARK is having such a hard time staying connected to NVIDIA GeForce Now right now. But every time I go back and I look at like the analytics for the GeForce Now session, it's always something to do with my my rig that I'm accessing. It's not my internet connection. It's not, my connection to the NVIDIA GeForce Now servers or anything like that. The lowest score is always the score for the rig. And so I think it's just crashing out of the game. And then that's causing it to tell me something is wrong or something like that. I don't know. Or the rig is being overtaxed. Maybe I need to turn down the settings. Maybe I've turned up the settings too much or something. Actually, let's try that. We'll go to low settings. Yeah, that might be the problem. With the new update, maybe there's just something wrong. No thanks. I'm not really interested in blocking out a bunch of stuff or anything like that. I like to be able to see the game. Yeah, I like being able to see all the things. Makes me happier. Okay, game. You can go ahead and let me play now. But we're not going to be able to play for like 20 more minutes. We're just going to be sitting here like dum-dums. So annoyed. Overloaded hardware from one of the leading manufacturers of GPU isn't very promising. Well, so it's a 20 series card that I play off of. And I have been putting it on high settings, and it worked really, really well on high settings for a really long time. But this most recent update has been, I think, causing people quite a bit of performance issues. And so I just never really think about the performance issues because I don't play on my local machine. Um, and so I should have, but that's fine. We'll we'll lower the settings that I go to and see if maybe that'll stop us from crashing every time we go load in a new map. 4090 game still sucks the life out of it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That overloaded hardware, the game is so hardware heavy no matter what your GPU. Well, but I mean that's just saying the same thing. I mean, you're overloading the hardware because the game is bad, not because the hardware is bad. Game craps all over my 3050. Yeah. Yeah, it's all kind of ridiculous. I mean, the 20, I think it's 2060 or maybe 2080 that I play on through GeForce now runs it just fine. I mean, the game looks fine. I get my 60 frames. Um, I feel fine. But it's just since this recent update, we've been having this problem, so. You know what I just realized? I wonder. I don't know if y'all have ever played Fantasy Star Online 2, but I kind of am getting a hankering to play that game again. I don't think the 20 series was a scam. I think the 20 series was pretty good. Worse performance than the GTX 1080, but you get ray tracing, yay. It was fine. Needed my Minecraft in HD. Gotta have that ray tracing Minecraft. That's freaking funny. Freaking funny. Please let me play. I wanna play the game. Wanna go see Yumi's base, but I can't because the game won't let me. New Serious Sam coming out in VR, fuming. You don't want to play VR games? I am honestly, one day, I will own like a whole VR rig. Also, no, I've never played that game. Um, I would love to have like a walking platform and all that stuff and get like all the way into VR. I can tell you right now that if in my lifetime they create like a full dive VR system that interrupts your signals to your body and transfers them to a game and injects images and stuff and signals into your brain instead of you actually going, like watching the screen. Like it makes your brain think you're living in the game. I will totally sign up to be a freaking guinea pig for that system. Plug my brain into a computer, jack me in, download my brain, whatever you got to do. I don't even care. Hook a brother up. I hope so. I do. I want the full Matrix experience. Honestly, if you could even just get rid of my physical body, like load me up into a hard drive, and then if I want to experience the real world, just plug that hard drive into a robot, and I'll just zip around on a robot, and then, I can just go redock myself and go into whatever fantasy world. I'm down. I'm totally down. I don't need this meat sack. This thing sucks. It's uncomfortable. It aches. You have to wash it all the time. I literally have to take a wire brush and scrub the bones protruding into my mouth to keep from getting an infection that could kill me. The human body is literally the dumbest thing on the planet. I don't care. If if you can get some use out of my physical body, and in so doing can plug me into a fantasy world where I can just run around and do whatever I want like a video game, then do it. I don't care. You want to turn my body into a freaking computer? Or not a computer, into a battery? Let's do it. Plug me in. I'm into it. Just let's make sure the video game is fun. And I'll go play a video game for the rest of my life. I don't care. Don't even care at all. You do have to clean it. You really do. It really starts to stink after a while. But not only that, like it makes the spaces around you dirty. And so you have to clean the spaces around you. Like there's just so much maintenance that goes into having a flesh body. You have to maintain the flesh body, right? Because you can't take your brain out and put it in another one. If I could just go into a robot, right, we would never have to maintain those. You just use it until it wears out and breaks down, and then just boop boop, put yourself in another one. No maintenance required. Um, if I'm already in a game, whoever programmed this video game is a fucking dick, and I hate him because this video game sucks. One star, not even half a star. Would not play again. Hey, we're finally loading in. I mean, of all of the crazy stuff that we have in our video games with, magic and dinosaurs and, different stuff like that, if somebody programmed this as a video game thinking this would be the pinnacle of human entertainment, and then we all plugged ourselves in and this is what we got, then, like, how uncreative do you have to be for this to be what you think would be a good video game experience to replace, whatever normal life we came from? Like, that's just garbage. There's no way. The only way that we're in a simulation now is if this simulation is trying to replicate our actual society because it's trying to solve some sort of a problem. And that's something that's always been um, proposed, is that if we are living in a simulation, then it's likely because, we're trying out different types of government, or, we're changing little things about the history of our society so that we can learn from those things and see how the world might be different if certain things were changed. The Sims. So The Sims, absolutely. But nobody nobody would play The Sims if they were going to only A, have control over one sim, and B, they had a chance of being one of those Sims who was like in an impoverished country, or, extremely poor themselves, or, homeless, or something like that. There are too many possible options for things
You
that
know,
really, really suck. And there's no. Whoops. Wrong server.
You've reached the end of your path, survivor. Just
And so nobody's going to join that game. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, absolutely. I totally want to maybe, you know, play out my 100-year playthrough as a homeless guy with cancer. Like that would be super sweet. Let me just risk that potential outcome. That's never going to be a thing. Sure, let's go to low and let's turn off all this stuff. And let's turn that to low, but let's take the view distance to epic. Yeah, I'm TPing to the center right now, Yumi. Why not? I'd like to try out some different lives. Sure. I would totally like to try out some different lives. I don't know. It might not be 100 years out of game, but there are potentialities that I can tell you right now. If I'm in a simulation and real me chose to live the life that I live currently and have lived my entire life, then I am probably the dumbest person in the real world. Because, like, who would choose to have the physical ailments and stuff that I have now? I'm only 38. I've had psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis for almost a decade. So, actually, a little over a decade now. So, by the age of 38, I've had arthritis for 10 years. Which is stupid and sucks. And so, if I actually chose that option, I'm a moron. Or if I decided to play a game that had that as one of the potentialities, I'm a moron. I don't want to know who my real safe is or who my real self is, because that person's an idiot. And I'm not even in the worst potential position that you could be in, right? I'm honestly kind of in a privileged position because I live in the United States and, my family does fairly well for themselves. And, you know, like my life could get infinitely worse. There are just too many potential really, really unfun, bad experiences that you could have if this is a video game and you chose to play it. Then you're dumb. Got to do my console commands. Okay, Yumi, and I transferred over to that center server and I spawned over by the blue obelisk. Where do you want me to go? I am currently at 55.6, 72.4 down here in kind of the corner. Do you believe the US is Democrat? Let's not get into politics. Let's not do that. I will not move. Hey, there's the person. Can I just die and teleport over to your base? Is that what I'm doing? Bleh. Oh, look at all these beds that I can join. Is this the one? It's the one. Which one is your base? Jump up and down. Move it all around. Second one. Respawn. Ah, I stole your bed. No, you can't respawn. Well, I see an Argentavis. Oh, oh, there's a wall here, so you can't. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So you can only come in by coming around. Hey, this might be a pretty good spot there, Yumi. This is really interesting. What's over here, I wonder? Ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. Did you know there's a hole over here? Oh, I've been talking to myself. Yeah, the whole time I've been saying how good of a spot I think this is. Um, it's honestly kind of incredible. I definitely think that this hole is probably a good spot for like your last line of defense for your important stuff. Um, I mean, this hole is just kind of cool, and you could just put a big old turret tower on top of it. But yeah, I think as long as you're gonna have to work quick because somebody might find you back here. But as long as you take over the whole edge of um, this platform here, and you have to take over like both above and below. So you'll need, turret towers down here, and then you'll need chandeliers up there, and you've got to just take the whole thing over so nobody can get through. And you'll have to block the whole thing off too, I think. Otherwise, people will like snow owl you and stuff like that. But then, I mean, you can have more shandies back here in the back, so even if you get snow owled, you've got lots of defense. I think up where you're building right now is probably a good spot for like your primary crafter station can get put up there. And then I mean, you've got so much room for breeding activities back here. I mean, this is a great, great spot. And this is what, all 1x, right? Because this isn't a cave or anything. So you've got that really going for you. And I mean, probably the biggest thing is you want to make the raid point out here because you want people to have to contend with the fact that this location is way up in the air. So, you want them to have to be coming past you to raid, um, trying to get up to, the top of this ledge because this ledge is your most defensible position. Because the ledge prevents you from using, you can't build a ramp up here very well because it's so high. So that makes life really difficult. You want to spam out above you because I think probably above you is closer than below you. Yeah. Yeah. So above you is pretty close. So they could maybe ramp down. So you're going to need to spam out all above you. And then this rock pillar here is a good spot for a nice chandelier. And then a couple of turret towers. And I think you should really be good. I think this is a great spot. And then you've got to have enough defenses that they can't just snow owl past. Right? There's got to be turrets sort of everywhere, so that if they run a snow owl or something in here, you keep shooting them. But other than that, I mean, I think this is an extraordinarily defensible position. Is that hole something you can pass through up there? Can you get into the spot through there? Or is this totally blocked off? Because if you can also get in through this little spot back here, that's pretty bad. I'm going to borrow one of your RGs real quick. Be right back. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. It's not a huge entrance, but it's pretty large. And having to potentially defend two big entrances is kind of the death's kiss. So, yeah, I think where you're at right now, being back in this corner like this, you're probably good for your starter spot. But I actually wouldn't use this as an end spot because I don't think that you'll be able to defend both of those entrances very well. There's some broken rat holes over on the cliff by Cunning. But yeah, that's pretty good. I definitely think it's a good starter. I mean, this water obscures so much, and being back behind in here, I mean, this is just so obscured. I would never come look over here, probably. Good stuff. I like it. Good for you. Good job. Now it's time to go teleport out. Were you not able to put beds back there where your base is at? Why is your bed like out exposed on the cliff? Okay, game. What are you doing to me? Why does this keep happening? That sucks. That makes life really hard. I really hate how restrictive the bed situation is in this game right now. They really need to work on that. Only problem is you need artifact from Snow North to do the boss. Every other artifact you can get from island servers, but Snow North. I didn't realize that you couldn't get all of the... Yeah, I love not being able to move. Why can't you get Devour from the island? Oh, you won't find an open card. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, honestly, if you want to get boss artifacts, you just kind of need to know somebody who owns. I mean, it should be easy enough to trade with somebody who owns Carno to get a Devour. And it shouldn't really cost all that much. Is Blue Obelisk open on this server? You know what? I don't even have to know. I'll just go use this. Oh, it's over there through the water. Never mind. I will go to the obelisk. Right. Let's get teleported off of here. We'll pull out some stuff that we need to go flying around. Fly with me. Let's fly away. Really? That's true. Need 8 minutes? Okay. So we'll just travel to another server and get stuff there. So let's take a look at Extinction. These two are expiring, so we don't care about those. Actually, that's mine. So don't want to go to an Asia server. The ping will just be way too high. We're definitely going to go to an Oceanic. So let's take a look at 9422. There are still some reasons to be doing the bosses, though. I mean, like I said, it's a really great way to get chitin. Of course, I guess you could just go to an island server and do. No, sorry. I'm gonna sit on a server for a little while and just watch globals, see what the server's like. That's not a bad idea, actually. How can you do Broodmother Alpha? Get some good Megatheriums with some decent saddles. Because the Megatheriums will get the bug buff from the Broodmother's babies. They're also omnivores, so you can feed them veggie cakes. Let's go look at settings here. And let's see. Yeah, Twisty's right about that. You could also rock some Rexes. Um, but no matter what you bring, a Yudi and a Daedon is a good idea. Somebody actually blocked this off? Dick. Some people are the worst. Angry girls. We Rex Rush, 20 Rexes, 30k HP, 1k melee is gonna ruin Center Boss fast. I think you're probably right. I mean, because you don't have to worry about the monkey knocking you off the stage in the center boss fight, pretty much any of the good DPS dinos can be used effectively in the center. You can do Alpha Center with wild dinos. There's no way you can get to 30k HP and 1k melee on a wild Rex. Oh no. Oh no. I died. I mean, okay, so you could, but to find 20 Rexes that had, 9k plus HP and 400 plus melee to start is a pretty unreasonable ask. Now, I think it's totally reasonable to think that within your first generation, you could totally get the alpha bosses. You know, you find good Rex with 9 or 10k HP base, you find a good Rex with about 400 melee base. You know, you get those two stats spread together and then start pumping out a line off of that. Totally. I think you can totally do that. And if that's good enough to beat the boss, then shouldn't be a problem. I almost just ran face first into this. Oh, looks like I got too close. But there's a limit to how many levels you can gain. After taming, you can only level like 80 something times or something like that. And so you can't just infinitely level up the stats. And the amount of stats you get per level up are different. But you don't need those ridiculous stats on 20 wilds. But you said you could do it with wild Rexes, is what I'm saying. And so you would need it on 20 wilds. You're the one who set the stat limit. You're the one who said you need 20 wild Rexes with 30k HP and 1k melee. And unless you start at a high level on both of those stats, you're not going to be able to get to 30k HP and 1k melee. Okay. Got it. Got it. I thought that was the amount that you needed to be able to do it. I still don't think you could do it with level 10 Rexes. I think you would have to get level 100 and something plus, like a level 130 plus. And you'd still need pretty decent ones. You couldn't just do it with any old Rex. Hey, what's up, Quizza? How are you today? How goes the Kingdom Come Deliverancing? Gotta find me a freaking terminal that's not blocked. I don't know who lives on this server, but they're a buttface. No, you can do it with the wild. Gets them low level, just half in health, half in melee. Use the tanky ones for brood. Because her TBS is ridiculous. Send in the DPS ones behind. Just gotta use your... I don't know. Fun, but the combat is the only one I am not enjoying so far. Might be fun for some other people, but I don't know for me. Well, that's too bad. The combat's a pretty big part of that game, isn't it? I mean, I don't have enough experience to confirm or refute what you're talking about there. The only thing that I can base it on is my experience fighting, like the Gamma Broodmother is probably the boss that I've done the most for chitin when I was playing on this the island. And all I did was bring in two wild tamed, not even really great wild tamed Megatheriums, and a Stego and a shotgun. And I was able to nuke Gamma Brood pretty easy. So, I mean, I definitely don't think that the boss fights are terribly difficult, but I would think 20 to 25k health and 500 plus melee if you were trying to do the alphas would be a pretty minimum, even if you had 20 creatures. If you don't think you can do alpha with wild dinos, you're crazy because the game is designed for that. I mean, like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with that stuff. I haven't done a lot of boss fighting and stuff because I mostly play PvP and I mostly play solo. I thought I'd get those wolves pulled over onto that other thing. That sucks. I'm just trying to find a freaking well, let's try over here. I was always under the impression that the game was designed to be able to use bred dinos for the alpha fights. That it was kind of a requirement to have some mutations. Because otherwise, what's the point of the mutation system, you know? Oh my goodness. Yo, this server sucks. Nobody's talking. It sucks. Yeah, I guess. Still good game though. Love how the world changes and interacts with how you play. Might install a mod that makes combat easier. That's a good idea. Gotta make the game fun for you. Um, that's interesting. I mean, the city terminals were spawned, it looked like. But it looked like somebody had covered them up. You could probably get away with not having the cakes for the theory if you brought extinguisher grenades. Because most of the reason for the cakes is the dragon's fire. Sure, thanks. Appreciate that. Honestly, I kind of feel like I just might as well take that too. Nice. Yeah, all of them had been spawned so far on this server. Let's use the word trade instead of buy in the chat because buy makes it seem like you want to pay real money, and you definitely can't be making RMT trades in my Twitter or in my Twitch chat. That is definitely against the terms of service. Did you lose all your stuff again? This is the 9,000th time I see you running around naked. No, Quizza, I didn't lose all my stuff. Sorry, I missed that message there. We are looking for a new server because our server is going to delete itself. Um, so I'm looking for a new one before that happens so I don't lose all my stuff. Because the last thing I want to do is be running around naked. Why are you so glitchy, Snow Owl? The server was always going to be temporary, so on February 28th it disappears. Was a So by then I have to have a base somewhere else. So we're going to check this server out. There's a spot back here, and honestly, this is kind of the spot that I want to base because I honestly think it can be made to be pretty impenetrable, or at least incredibly difficult to penetrate. Whoops. I missed. I agree with you. Well, that's not entirely true. I don't totally agree. I think that players playing legitimately and trading their legitimate time for money isn't necessarily bad for the game. But I definitely think that you sort of have to make it just an unacceptable practice across the board. Because if you don't, that invites a lot of botting and cheating and stuff like that to gain resources to sell. And that is extremely negative for the game. Okay, why am I trapped in the air? I honestly don't even know what's going on. Let's just kill these stupid pteranodons. Yeah, also Twisty, I didn't actually think that Yumi was trying to RMT with you. But just the word buy has that implication, and I'm just a very cautious person. So I think just the word trade is a better term to use so that there's nobody can come into the chat and be like, see, these people are RMTing. You know what I mean? Just as a precaution. It looks like somebody else had the same idea I did. Look, they have a linked storage. Buy with bullets, yeah. Yep, that's what I assumed. Okay, so it's open over here. But this is what I'm talking about. I think this could be a really, really strong base location because you could build slides from the wall here and they would slide people off into the red because the red is literally just right here. And so if anybody was trying to soak you or anything like that, you could slide their creatures off into the red. No Man's Sky did a big overhaul to lighting and stuff. It looks great. Hope Light No Fire looks similar. I hope Light No Fire comes out. That's what I hope for. Let's see, it's been 2 days since these people came over here. We might have some opportunity to take this spot. Let's see, what do we got? All right. Yeah. So at least the spot's available out here. They do have structure, it looks like, maybe in the red over here. So that would be kind of a pain in the butt to destroy. Because you'd have to, like, fly out into the red to destroy it. But looks like somebody came and took them out 2 days ago. Are you talking about way up over by the King Titan Twisty? There's a God mode exploit? Jesus. Oh, better better eat some of them. I'm dying. Yeah, that spot's really crazy. But I honestly think this other spot down over here is more defensible. Just for the sake of being able to slide things off into the red zone like that. There's no other real option for soaking. Yeah, but because it's up by the barrier, you can get to that base without going into the kill barrier. So all you need to try and soak on that base is like a Quetzal, right? Um, it's just a normal ledge base, but instead of being backed up against a wall or something, it's backed up against the kill barrier, which does cause you to have to be a little more careful, but mostly the ledge is what makes that spot so good and defensible. Because the ledge is just so high up. The reason that I really like that spot over there is that you're not flying up to it, you're flying down to it. And if you set it up right, I think you could make it so that people couldn't soak without actually coming over the ledge and landing on your turrets or landing on your skeleton. And if you make your skeleton right, it becomes a slide. And so if people were to even like drop carbies or anything like that, they would slide off and into the red zone beyond. And so you would have to soak bullets from within the red zone, which would just drastically diminish your ability to soak. So I honestly I think it might be one of the most defensible spots in the entire game. Okay, well there's a couple of structures here. Let's see if that's because somebody actually built in here. Oh, it just looks like somebody blocked it off. There's a bed in here. I wonder if this bed location is actually a usable bed. I'm gonna check that. Because if you can get a bed in here, ooh, doggy, that's a good spot. Yeah. So both of the spots that I'm interested in are semi available here. Angry Girls. So these are the people who probably own this server because they're the ones who um, put all that stuff in the way of all of the terminals as well. Oh, come on, don't do it. Thank you. Okay. This freaking game, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go check out. We'll go look at the red zone spot. No, I can't even freaking swoop. Probably a lag thing because I'm on an oceanic server. Let's see what's being built around the city here. Got their little turret tower down near the Colosseum. The lag on this server right now is freaking atrocious. You have anything built up on top of any of these buildings? Actually, don't think that they do. I mean, honestly, they probably live down in. We should wipe a server as a community and build a hermit server. Have your viewers in it. I would totally be down with that. I was mostly going to be waiting until Ragnarok to do that. And I was going to take over a Ragnarok server because I was hoping to, maybe be in a better position myself by then so that I could do that. But yeah, I'm totally down for that. I think that would be a lot of fun. For sure, for sure. Oh, for sure. I don't even know if Crystal Isles is coming to ASA. It's apparently not on the roadmap. I would love to live on Crystal Isles, though, and just have a big old Crystal Isles community server. That'd be hilarious. It would probably make us a huge target. And then, people would try and, like, incite us to team to try and get us to help each other, like raid defense and stuff like that, to try and get us devved. But just be careful. I'll put out some information on the Discord or whatever and say, these are the things you can do, these are the things you can't do. Don't get yourself dev wiped. Oh, for sure. Well, and then we could even have some fun. Like if members of the community wanted to settle beefs, they could set up fobs and PvP each other. Everybody else could go watch. It'd be fun. Oh, that's a wyvern. It's right up back there, right? Build a PvP arena in Volcano. I dig it. I dig it. Surely this will be built. Yeah. And it's Angry Girls. But this is what I'm talking about, is the red here doesn't actually defend uh the base. Just the height of the base is what defends the base. So I really do think that that other base location is more defensible. It's not as big, maybe, but it also seems like this tribe straight up owns this server. They might be the only people who live here. I might hit them up on the chat. See what's up? These are some big old turret towers, though. Goodness. See, the last time they rendered some of this was 30 minutes ago. I guess it's also high enough that it's hard to get over the top without getting into the red. And that's probably also kind of a big deal. It looks like they just got offline. I almost feel like you could dive into their main area. If I had the ability to make and or use tech binos, I would totally do that, Twisty. But I have not done the alpha ascension yet. I honestly think that this might be a good place for me to build this base. No, I'm not ascended. Unfortunately. I'll get there eventually, though. Oh no. It's a wyvern. Run away. It won't eat me. Let's go over to Green Ob so we can get out. Did you know you can fly a Quetz in Tech Cave? You mean with the whistle method? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some people do some tricks with the whistles where you make a bunch of seats and then everybody sits down and then you whistle them through the tech cave. Much easier just to, fly your tech suit. But when we did it, um, so the first island server I was on, we actually ran the tech cave all together, like the whole server did it together. And so we had like, I don't know, 20 people or something like that go do the tech cave all together. And we just brought like this crazy mishmash of creatures to get through the cave itself all the way down. And then everybody brought tech suits and shotguns to do the bosses. And we just shotgunned down the boss. Flew around on our tech suits. It was actually really fun. But some people brought Karchars, some people brought Thylas. Somebody came on a frog. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun on that server. Nope, I'm out of stam. Is there a special way to farm gigahertz in Tech Cave? I do not know of this gigaheart farm. I mean, I would assume just bringing a Karchar and getting after it is probably the best way. All right, we got 14 minutes left here. I want to go check my Spire base location since I have 14 minutes left. because I still think this base location is super dope. My goodness, they got stuff everywhere. They're trying to make this map as inhospitable as humanly possible. You can run it on Karcha, down and up, kill yourself by the door, open it again, pick it up. Don't use the alpha trophies until you start Overseer, so I can finally farm Rex Arms, Aloe Brains, Udy Lungs, Theory Claws, etc. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so they've got something built over here, which is... Oh, this is a different tribe. I wonder if these folks are building a fob for this server. They've only got um, regular auto turrets. Oh yeah, these people just moved in here. And they've been offline for 3 hours. All autos. This is just a crafter, I think. Or maybe just their indie forge. Because I don't see really anything else. I guess there's this structure in the middle. Is probably their base. Yeah, and then they're just their indie forge over here. Oh, is there a rat hole here? I didn't know that. Yeah, these folks are just getting started, though. I tell you what, I could take this. My stegos are definitely good enough. Yeah, I mean, you just run a stego in because these are just auto turrets. Take out the Jenny. I mean, that Jenny's exposed. You could flame arrow that. Like, I could owl dive that with a turret or with a rocket. Take that down. We might come back and do that. Because it's possible that they brought some stuff over. So this is the spot that I wanted to come look at. Some of you weren't here when I used to live here, but I made a base up in here before. And you can actually fit an indie forge up here. Autos will shoot rockets, yeah, yeah. But I think I could probably put a starter base on any extinction server in this location right here, and nobody would come and look. I lived up here for weeks. I'm pretty sure autos still shoot rockets. If autos don't shoot rockets, then these people are effed because I'll just come kill them right now. There's literally nothing that would stop me. Where's the rat hole here? Is it back over on this side where this stuff is, or? I mean, the way they've got their turrets set up and everything is just not great. I can't believe that's just open. I would almost feel bad attacking these people, but also I wouldn't feel bad attacking these people. I would need to find a spot. I'd want to be able to like throw out a stego and drop down. I think this is probably too high. Hell, honestly, owl diving it is probably the easiest way. Can you get back behind? Let's see. Well, you might not actually be able to get behind that generator. But even so, you could just dive that Jenny and blow it up. And that would at least kill some of these turrets. I mean, they've got the wind generator, but... So it would probably take 2 runs to take it down. Is that the one where you fly up into it? I think I've been talking to myself for a really long time. Nope, I don't think it is. Or is this the one that is down below here? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. It looks like I gotta go a little more this way. A little more this way. It's one down the narrow tunnel up. Do you know why sometimes I cannot deposit my stuff in a linked inventory? If it's not powered, you can't deposit stuff in it. You talking about over here? Yeah, so on the server that I'm on right now, I actually built a base here. This was my first location, and I got raided out because I didn't have heavy turrets yet. Somebody's got structure in the way. And that makes it just kind of blend in. That's crazy. But yeah, I got raided out of here because I didn't have heavy turrets yet. I wasn't level 100 yet. And I came to build my base here. Hang on. Is this somebody's structure? Or did they just close this spot off? No, that's not a person's structure. Yeah, it's been patched. Can't get up there anymore. No more base. Yeah, I actually had a base in there for a very brief period of time. It's powered up, but I cannot deposit or take items. That's weird. Yeah, that would have been a nightmare. Honestly, I kind of like this server. I don't think it's going to be too busy. Yeah, if you, once you power it up, you have to wait for 5 minutes. Yumi. And that's every time you power it up. You have to wait for 5 minutes. Hmm. What we got here? Dreadnoughtus. Oh my goodness. I like the colors on that Dreadnoughtus. Bob's Tales is so pay to win that you don't have a choice but to pay for it. If you're playing without Bob's Tall Tales, you're just losing forever. You are never going to succeed against even a halfway decently traded dinosaur with an untraded dinosaur. And when you just die and spawn in the bed and try to put an item in, yeah, no, you should totally be able to once you spawn back in. I don't know why you're having problems. That's super weird. It could potentially be a lag thing. Yeah, I really kind of want this spot, and I really think I kind of want it on this server. So we might have to bring an Arthropleura over here and destroy. But how can I regal the lag? I mean, I really don't know. I've never had that problem, Yumi, and I've never even heard of anybody having that problem. So I have no idea what's going on. Something I do want to see is the Angry Girls put a bed in here. And so I actually want to go to single player and see about whether or not I can spawn in a bed in here. Well, actually, let's go back to my server and see if I can put a bed where they put their bed in here. Because honestly, it's kind of crazy if they manage to find a good spot where they could actually, it's possible that the bed's just in there to be in there. But if this is like a legit spawn location, that'd be bananas. Bananas. So it's like pretty low down the middle of this crack. Okay. Let's go see what's up. Yes, it probably can be meshed. That is probably true. Or do you mean that they can just swing a mech attack through it and kill things with the mech? I'm down for honey turrets. Oh my god, why am I suddenly so laggy? What's going on? Oh, look. Ooh, it's a pink one. Ooh, wow. Ooh, 140 Dreadnoughtus. And it's a male. And it's a pink one. I want. I can have. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's only a 10K. Oh, wait. That's a 25K. I just stole that element from that person. I kind of feel like we give this a try. Come on, Bubba. Oh, yeah. Especially since I just lost my other Dreadnoughtuses. I'm very excited about this. Because I'm all out of Dreadnoughts right now. Red loses taming for how much element it's fed. Use the blimp. I don't have a blimp. I thought it lost taming effectiveness based on the tier of the vein that you took it to. Are you sure? Maybe, Yumi. Maybe. It'll depend on what it comes out with stat-wise. I am fairly certain it's based on... that's interesting. I gotta respectfully disagree on that one. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm over here. I mean, so far, both of the dreads that I've tamed, I tamed one of them on a 10k node, and one of them on a 25k node. And on the 10k node, it only got 33% effectiveness, and on the 25k, it got 66. So that's, I mean, that's as much testing as I've done. I haven't like tamed a whole bunch of them, but the 10k node was literally right next to, yeah, there was. But the 10k was the one that took less LE because it was literally standing right next to it when I tamed it. So I only had to feed it one, and then I had to feed it 3 or 4. The one that I tamed on the 25k node. So, I mean, like I said, I haven't done a ton of testing, but everything that I've watched a couple of people's videos and stuff, and they've all said that the type of element node determines its effectiveness. Come on. Break through the trees. Now I'm literally just going to sit up here and watch this thing auto-tame itself. Yeah, so taming effectiveness is 100% right now. And then it starts eating, it immediately goes down to 65. Yeah, it's definitely based on the tier of vein. And then you can know what creatures are attached because the creatures that come to fight it are actually level 140 as well. So the level of the Dreadnoughtus that you're taming affects the level of the creatures that come to fight it, regardless of what type of vein. So at a level 20 or a 25k vein will have the same creatures that every other 25k vein has, but the level of them will be the same level as your Dreadnoughtus that you're taming. The same thing will be true for level 10 vein or 10k veins. You'll end up with like level 140 Dilos if you're taming a high level. And then because it's broken right now, all the creatures just stand there and auto die. So I don't even think I'm actually going to have to do anything. Fairly certain this creature is just going to tame itself without any input from me. I could probably leave. Well, no, I probably have to keep it rendered because this game hates it when I de-render things. It's possible I might actually have to kill stuff, so we'll keep an eye on it. But once this first wave ends, if it gets its 25% or what taming efficiency or taming effect, then I'll just wait. What is happening with this fucking game? Are Ellie veins busted? It's just when you're taming a Dreadnoughtus, Twisty. When you tame a Dreadnoughtus on the Ellie vein, the creatures don't move. The ones that are summoned to like attack the Dreadnoughtus, they just stop in place and then they auto die based on like their timer or whatever. So you don't actually have to do anything to tame Dreadnoughtuses. Yeah, they don't anymore. These are all the creatures right here. And they're all just chilling. There's something messed up about them now. If you attack them, then they start moving. And they'll start closing in. But you can just kill them one at a time and only have one thing trying to get to the dread at a time. It's pretty hilarious. This is the first time I've actually used it specifically to just exploit to tame a Dreadnoughtus because I don't have a creature that's really capable of taming this right now. At least not that I could just go get real quick. So I'm just going to let it tame itself. It's possible that the way they've gotten around the glitch is that you may actually have to kill the creatures. That's why I'm waiting for the first wave to end or whatever. And when the first wave ends, if it doesn't get any taming effect of this, then I know that I have to kill some of the creatures. And then I'll just go through and like look for the Dilophosaurs and stuff and kill those to get the taming percent. And that's how I'll tame it. If there was a 50k node anywhere nearby, I would have just taken it to a 50k node and probably gotten 100% taming effectiveness from it. And then like the last 5 enemies get little weird blue pings on them or whatever. You just have to wait it out. If anybody else comes, then I'll just run away. Because I'm not really in a position to fight to try and keep this tame. But we'll see what happens here. See if I can just free tame it without any input whatsoever. A good little experiment. Is it a little exploitative? Absolutely. But you can't tame a Dreadnoughtus without this happening. So you would have to just not tame Dreads in order to avoid using this exploit. Now, I'm being extremely exploitative about it, but I don't care. Yeah, totally unavoidable. On the bright side, it means that if you get them to a 50k node, you can absolutely get 100% effectiveness on them, which is honestly kind of crazy. This one has, 135k base health. So my last one only had 144k. I agree with that, Twisty. If there's nothing you can do about it, then abuse away. Oh no. Sorry. That's its food. It's 13k. Does that say 192? It does. This thing's base health is 192k. 192,800. Yeah. Oh my fucking god is right. This thing is gonna be a gosh darn monster. I need you can have some of this. For sure, for sure. It's a male too, so it'll go right into your breeding slots. Do you have a dreadline running? I'm surprised we're not down to the last 5 creatures on this one yet. Let's see if it'll tell us some more information when we get up to it. Those points plus 40 gonna be 250k pop? Yeah, no kidding. Oops. Okay, stupid snow owl, come over here. Let's not let the stupid raptors mess up our stupid tame. Got a couple eggs, hit me up, I got breeders for you. We got a plus 40 health line. Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll be crazy. Yeah, and levels on top of that. Yeah, no, it's gonna be insanely good. 180k is 25 points, I believe, if Dodo Dex is to be believed. So this is already starting at above the average. So anything it gets is going to be insanely good. Which makes me wish I had a better dino. So that I could make sure that we were getting this done. I wonder if maybe the thing is I have to kill X number of creatures. I don't think it is. I think it's that X number of creatures spawn. But I'm not 100% sure. Well, so I know if I kill a creature, it will get some taming effectiveness. I have done that already. It'll get like 2%. So let's go ahead. Let's kill this Dillo. Oh, it's not moving. Wow, did things get even more broken? But that's why I didn't attack them to begin with, is I thought they would start moving, and I didn't want one of them to get past me because this owl's pretty weak. But if it's not even gonna move, yeah. So now I got 2.4%. So I probably have to get it up to a certain percent before um, each wave or whatever will end. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill. I wish I had a bigger creature on me now. Of course, I don't even think I have any mana garmers anymore. Pretty sure they all got killed or stolen. But hey, we're up to 7%. Um, we'll come back and maybe kill the raptors if I can't find enough Dilos. But I don't know if the raptors will start moving if I attack them. And I don't want to lose any effectiveness. Regardless of how good this thing is, kind of base style. I want to make sure I get the absolute best I can out of it. This one isn't even part of the thing. I wonder if there's a timer then. I wonder if this creature, if the Dreadnoughtus, like, eats the entire thing, and you have to kill enough creatures by the time it eats the whole thing. Or something like that. I don't know. It's broken as hell, though. And it's hilarious. Okay, nothing bad happened there. So even if you destroy, like, all of the element vein, it doesn't even matter. So dreadnoughtuses are like really good for taming dreadnoughtuses. I mean, you would obviously want to use something like a Karchar instead, but 16%. All right, let's go do a raptor. Oh no, we got a couple more dillos over here. Nice. That's a regular raptor. Yeah, and so now it's giving me my little blue symbol or whatever. So that's saying that we're down to the last few creatures here. Yeah, even the raptors are still super broken. They move a little bit sometimes, but not nearly enough. We're only at 20%, so you can only get up to 20%, it looks like, per wave. Because I was already at 20 before. So you kill creatures, get up to 20% in a wave. And then, like, the next wave will start coming. Okay. So you do have to kill the creatures. It also looks like maybe other things hitting it doesn't have a negative effect. But I'm not 100% on that. Let's get a little more melee. Let's see if we can't put out a little more DPS here. I'm just going to look for the easy creatures. Because all we need is about 10 Delos, and we're done. For each wave. And everything else kind of auto dies. And then just more Delos spawn. So we're just going to try and kill 10 Delos every time. It's actually probably only like 9, but yeah, now we're up to 22.4. So you get 20% per wave, and that's kind of where you top out. Ooh, I thought that one was getting away to go attack it. Scared the poop out of me. Yeah, this is insanely broken. No! Okay, so when you're hitting them, they do move a little bit sometimes. So we are going to have to be a little more careful. Like, we're definitely not going to be going after Spinos and Carnos. And I might even try to avoid Raptors. We'll get the Raptors. Oh, that one just auto died. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Which is why I was so shocked when you were saying that nobody had really good Dreadnought lines. Because, like, this has been going on for weeks. Ever since I tamed my 130 Dreadnought, this has been going on. So there's, like, no way to mess this up, really. You can make it take a little longer, I guess, by just looking for certain types of creatures to fight, like I'm doing. But if you had, like a level 25 Karchar, like I'd be done already. Or if I had, my combat RG, or, I mean, literally any creature other than this random wild tame snow owl that I only put stamina into would just destroy this. And I mean, on a 50k node, it'd be just as easy. Right? You would just need something that was big enough to like kill some T-Rexes and stuff. Are you serious? That's this one's big. We're about to have the best dreadline in the game. Sweet. I mean, but yeah, but those are. I assume that's talking about its base, right? I mean, I'm starting where the public line is, and I'm about to get 45 levels. So my expectation is going to be at least another 5 at the health, which should be over 200k, pushing 220k maybe base, which is bonkers. And that's if I don't get lucky and get like a lot of points into. Right? If we could get 20 into health, I'd wet myself. Okay, there's my 40%. So now we just gotta wait for the next wave to start. My one big concern is that somebody's gonna come by and kill me and take it. Of course, I don't even know if they could take it. Like, they might be able to just kill it, so I couldn't get it, but I don't know if they could take it. Yeah, I do have a cryopod. It's the one that I brought for the owl, but I'll just upload the owl. And I'm just gonna cryo it and then, like, fly away and wait for my 15 minutes and then go down to a terminal super fast and just drop it off. But I'll just, like, swoop around out in the lands over here in the wastelands and just stay away from anybody for a while until I can just boop cryo or just boop terminal, put it away. They've got some hostiles in the area. They'll eventually die on their own. Wave complete. Prepare for next wave. Nice. Freaking perfect. 20%. Yeah, we're getting mad lucky right now. That's the other thing. I guess I need to look around and see, is anybody waiting around here for me to, like, cryo it so they can just shoot me and take it, or we gotta be real careful, I think. Avoid the nefarious activities. Why don't you try Tame Desert Titan? Guessing your exploration server is dead. Try doing King before you finish. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good... Can you just do the King Titan with the Desert Titan? Do you not need anything else? Because that seems kind of broken. I'll have to look up a guide. I don't know exactly how to do the trick that you were talking about with the Quetzal. To get it to, like, tame itself or whatever. So I'll have to go get on the old internets. Racers and Spinos and all kinds of stuff spawns in. Don't even have to worry about it. Nothing will even attack. Take all 3 Titans plus a Prim Mega Mech. Do Alpha in 6 minutes. Yeah. Not gonna be able to tame all 3 Titans. Must be smoking crack. Must be smoking crack. It's honestly something I've never done. Never tamed a Titan before. Gotta keep checking to make sure it's still got its effectiveness. This Spino's trying to get out. Crap. But you gotta kill him after the king tributes anyway. I mean, that's fair. Desert, you quets, box under the nodes, easy tame, ice and forest bit harder, use prim mech, shoot the nodes. Okay. I can probably do that. It'd be fun to go run the 3 Titans into the King Titan anyway. $54. So 3 more. 3 more enemies I gotta kill. Honestly, the quickest way to do it. Okay. I mean, I'm always down for trying stuff. I'm just bad at the game, so I usually fail. No, you come back here. Don't you attack my Dreadnoughtus. Rex Rust lifts King off the floor and they do no damage. Oh, okay. What about some Dinosuchus? Okay, kill one more enemy. This is what it looks like I need here. Yeah. Oh, this Dilophosaur is only level 30. It's not. Not tried Dinosuchus. That's an interesting thought. I watched somebody do a video where they killed all 3 Titans with 2 Dinosuchus, 2 wild tame Dinosuchus. They didn't kill the King Titan, but they did the rest of the Titans. It was pretty entertaining. All right, there's 60%. I really need to use the restroom. This is silly. Just gonna let everything die. Since I can't get any more than 60 until the next wave. We'll take a little peek around. Yeah, I'm just a little afraid to leave it. I'll get the whole thing tamed out. Probably won't go use the restroom until after I actually get it uploaded. Because A, it's pink and it's super cool and I want it. And B, it's gonna be so good. And I just I don't trust. Of course, it's not like I'm gonna be able to do anything if somebody comes. I'm literally just gonna run away. So I don't guess I know what I think I'm doing over here protecting. Like, I guess I mostly I just want to be here so that I can be going as fast as possible. So that there's less chance that somebody just happens by. Something else that you'll notice is you're not getting the sounds from the waves completing. So there's no like, "Bah, nah, nah," so at least nobody knows unless they actually come by here that I'm taming. I'm not going to kill those Arthropluras. They're a huge pain in the butt. I think they might actually move if I start attacking them. I feel like they did last time. Although they move pretty slow, and I'd probably be able to kill them in time. Level 140 Arthropluras are pretty freaking tanky. There we go. Dilophosaur. Don't want to knock this out there too far near those other enemies. Then knock it into a rock. Yeah, there we go. It's insane how quickly you could tame one of these if you had a really good dino with you. I mean, if I was rocking a Karchar right now, like, we'd have been done 10 minutes ago. Even a half-ass Karchar. No. Oh, you stupid, stupid raptor. Okay, well, we might fuck it up right now. Nope, doesn't look like the Arthropluera is moving, thank God. Come on, Arthropluera, just die. If these Arthroplueras didn't take so long to kill, they'd actually be the easiest things. Because they don't knock back when I hit them. Was it the same amount? Okay. So it doesn't matter what kind of creature you kill, you always get the same 2.4%. So killing bigger creatures isn't actually going to help you tame it faster. So you just want to find the creature that you can kill the easiest. And with the most abundance. Also, apparently knocking things uphill, right, reduces their knockback. So probably attacking things into the uphill is going to help me move faster. So I need to start doing that. Three more. This one I want to knock into the downhill because it's just a little too close. I'll end up knocking it all the way into the dread. And it might actually start moving at some point. They move sometimes a little bit. And I don't want to end up losing any effectiveness. I want all 45 of those points because I want them all to go into freaking health. Give me like over 300k base. I deserve it. Just saying. We're actually going to go ahead and turn this one back towards the Dreadnoughtus because I don't want to end up fighting that Carno over there. Not that I can't just kill it. I just don't feel like it. Okay. Should be just one more enemy, right? Knock this one into this wall over here. Or not. Whatever. Knock it up the hill, sure. Into this rock. Ooh. That trike almost tricked me. Little fucker. Alright, one more wave. One more wave. Oh, nice. Thanks for the vid, Tuesday. I will watch that. This is gonna be such a good Dreadnoughtus. This is gonna be such a good Dreadnoughtus. I mean, we can make a day of it. Do a whole stream. I'll watch that video a couple of times, learn how to do it, get it all prepped out, and then maybe I'll get Yumi or something to come with too. We could bring like a couple of primitive mechs. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I gotta use the restroom. I'm gonna fly. Oh no, I can't fly too high because if I de-render, the whole thing will stop. Yeah, so we're just gonna park it right here, and I'll be back in just a minute or two. Gotta admit, I was not expecting to come back and see a racer spawned on top of me up here. That was terrifying as I walked back into my bedroom. Okay, we're on the last wave. Let's kill the creatures we need to kill quickly here. Oh, it died. We need to kill 9 creatures, I think. What we're hoping for is like arthropleuras, raptors, and dilos. There are obviously going to be a lot more of the bigger creatures that are getting spawned now. So it's going to be a little more difficult to just do the easy creatures to get this done. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll get it. It is the weekend rates too, which is great, which is definitely something that's making this easier. I didn't even think about that. But it probably would have taken us twice as many kills if it weren't the weekend right now. Like, come on, give me some Dillos. Give me some Arthros. Give me some something easy. Not racers. I can definitely do this Arthro, though. The Arthro, unfortunately, has a lot of hit points, but at least it doesn't move very much, and we can just sit here. Make it a goal, do Alpha King by the 28th. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea, Twisty. I think that's a good idea. We'll get it. Get it done by then. And we'll do a whole stream for it. So that'll be entertaining. Can't really get that raptor without hitting that racer. Maybe when I come back, that racer will be dead. And I can just go after the raptor. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually taking damage from these Arthros. I need to run a heal real quick. Come on. Please die, Arthro. Thank you. Holy shiznit. I don't heal for shit. Pretty sure we just need 5 more. Do the freaking Arthros have a damage reflectability? Is that what keeps happening to my Snow Owl? I didn't think they did, but I feel like they must. 4 more enemies to get this tame done. Three more enemies to get this tame done. Let's wait for some stamina here. Good. Let's go ahead and pump that into melee. Come on. Hey, there's a Dilo. Oh, not part of the event. I don't think that Raptor is either. There's an Arthro down inside of that racer. I can't really do that. Here we go. Two more enemies. Come on, give me a couple of little things. Couple of Dilos, couple of Raptors. You can do it. I believe in you. Bye-bye. All right, one more creature. And there it is. My fully tamed Dreadnoughtus. Level 185. Got them 45 levels. We're going to check what its stats are after I get it. Recently injured. Okay, well, we'll check its stats right now. 132. Okay, so it has a weird health thing. So its base health is not. But it does have 200% melee, which is pretty good. So this is lower than what I had before. But it is higher melee. So I'm going to have to get with gonna have to get with glass, because glass still has, hopefully, my health. Maybe I can get an egg with this melee and that health. Then I'll actually have some pretty good dreads then. 144k health. And 200% melee. It's probably pretty solid. I mean, it's not perfect, but probably pretty solid. Those folks who got 192 base then Must have gotten some out of control stats. Because that's insane. Let's see, I had 144, and this one has 131.9, and I had 144.8. Or is that not? It's full. No, okay, so it has 132 flat, and I had 144 something, I think. 144.8. So either you get 12.8k per level, or I'm missing more than one level off of what I had before. But even if you get 12, they would still have to have like 6 levels on top of what I had, which I mean, I guess is super possible. So it's probably like half of that because I tamed mine on a 25k node like that. So it only got 44 levels. If it's this broken, I'm going to go get 200 females tomorrow. Yeah, right. It's super easy. Especially if you're just looking for females. I mean, you can just go tame them on 10k nodes in no time. All right, 8 minutes, and then I can upload this Dreadnoughtus. I just have to not get found and killed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wouldn't take any time. You'd just be burning through them, getting all kinds. All right, I'm pretty safe over here. But I think I'm just going to keep kind of swooping around, trying to keep my height and my speed. And if I see anybody, then I'm just going to boogie. Because I don't want to lose this Dreadnought. Need a Dreadnought. Health is definitely not a bad stat. Or, sorry, melee is definitely not a bad stat on the Dreadnoughtuses. I think they're pretty undervalued for their damage. Um, but their damage is pretty off the chart. And so having a good base melee is going to be nice. And I think 200 is a pretty good base melee. It's probably like Gigas. So you probably want, like 220, 230 as your baseline. But I can live with 200. I don't mind that at all. Oh, yeah, good deal. Good for you. 805 melee pop. Dang. That's a good deal, dude. That's a good deal. $106. My goodness. You need to chillax, brother. They'll be all the way done in no time. Max 200 level or 200 mutes. I thought it was 200. I didn't realize it was 254. Or I thought it was 200 per stat. Didn't they put a cap per stat on ASA? Oh, okay, so that's only 150 mutations. You get 2 points. Oh, right, but you're at. Sorry. You're at 53 mutations, 106 points. That's right. That's right. So you can get like 125 points or 125 mutes because that'll give you. Right. Right. Oh, 51 base points and 106 mutations, not 106 mutation points. Because you get 2 points per mutation, right? Still? So it would be 53 mutations for a total of 106 points. Or is that not how it counts the mutations anymore? So you can have a max of 20 mutations, but if you keep them on the paternal side, you can stack them infinitely as long as the maternal. Yeah, yeah, I knew that. But I'm just saying when you spyglass them and it tells you how many points you have in the creature, each mutation gives you 2 points in the stat, right? It doesn't just give you one. So if it's saying you have 106 points in the mutation column, when you look at it with the tech glasses, then that should be 53 mutations, not 106. Okay. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me that that's what they would tell you in that category. Because the number of mutations doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the number of points. But that's 300 points, right? So it's 123 mutations and 246 points. Because each mutation counts as 2 points. Really? You want to do this to me right now? Can you please just upload my item? Instead of letting me stand here like an idiot? Yeah, no worries. No worries. I was worried that it had changed since ASE and that I suddenly had it wrong and I needed to like go relearn something. Oh, please just transfer my Dreadnoughtus into this stupid thing. I hate you, game. You are literally ruining my life right now. Dang. That's a lot of points. Oh my gosh, it's not going to let me upload this. Less than that. Gonna have 143. Yeah. So you're actually gonna lose 1 point. You actually need to get. Oh, now this thing's gonna kill my snow owl or me. Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Thank you, video game. I am so freaking happy right now. Can I please? Can I please? Are you fucking kidding me? Let me on my owl. Holy crap, dude. Hey, there's a 50k element vein. There's usually some Dreadnoughtuses right over here. Yo, there's a crazy level yellow one. Oh, this must be the Power Ranger thing. If I didn't have this really awesome Dreadnoughtus in my inventory, I might be tempted to do the same thing. But I wouldn't bail. I know. Isn't there a... I thought there was a terminal out here. But there's not. It's a note. That's right. Hang on. I was really hoping there was a way, like, up inside of there from there. Had to check. Yeah, I gotta say, streaming has definitely mellowed out my nerd rage, which is not something I expected to happen. But just knowing that there are other people watching and that I have a responsibility to people other than myself while I play has really helped me stop being a psycho when bad things happen. Can that hit me down at this terminal? I feel like I can. I feel like it's there specifically for that purpose. So I'm going to go to a different terminal. Okay, game. I get it. You're a butt face. That's fine with me. Please. I just want to get my dread uploaded. You could have just let me upload my Dreadnoughtus a while ago, and we wouldn't be having this issue right now. I'd be off on another map, looking around doing stuff. But instead, we gotta be out here fucking around because you don't want to let me transfer my stupid Dreadnoughtus, which is a really good Dreadnoughtus, which I want to have. Psycho shit is meant to be. I was running a clan on DayZ, 24 of us raided a base to help my friends who they raided. My teammates took loot we didn't need. I raided every bedroom in the base and despawned everything. I was so mad because that loot was meant for the team that raided. That's funny. You're a dick. Okay, game. Why? Why can't I upload my dread to any terminal? That is terrifying. I don't want to relog. The whole idea of that makes me want to shit myself. I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to. Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. Please. Okay. Let's go hide up here somewhere. Is there a nice little comfy place to land? There is a nice little comfy place to land. Let's just chill right here while we exit to the main menu. Somebody's gonna come, take our stuff. I didn't check what map I was on, so I really hope that it's saved. It is 9422. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, I actually wrote it down on my sticky note. Holy crap. I'm so smart. Please let me in. I want to put my dreadnoughtus away. Please let me in. Lost so many characters not writing down servers, and then you get that message, couldn't join previous session. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now you're just like running around looking for people or scouting or doing whatever and forget what server you're on because you've gone through like 10 servers. Uh huh. Uh huh. Please don't crash. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, game. Please let me in straight away. Please don't say waiting for session. There was a problem starting your session. What is going on? Oh my god. Okay, well, let's open up my task manager. Let's end my GeForce Now process. Let's reopen GeForce Now. I'm just saying, if one of y'all really needs a good Dreadnoughtus, my body's just chilling on 9422 with a Dreadnoughtus and a cryo. And it's probably going to be 20 minutes before I can get back in. So, just give me an egg if you breed it. And you can just go steal it. Do you have Steam on your computer? If you do launch ARK on Steam, it'll force close your GFN session. Hey, that's a good idea. So it's not that my session is still going, it's that my GeForce Now like crapped out, so I had to totally restart it and go into my task manager, but it looks like it's loading now, so I think we're gonna be okay. But also I don't have ARK downloaded on my home computer, nor do I have enough hard drive space to do so. Because ARK is stupid. But we're loading in. We're gonna be okay. Hmm. Nope, not that one. See, it's trying to fuck me up. Please let me play. I just want to go put my Dreadnoughtus in upload. That's all I want for my whole life right now. There's an update when I wake up, I'm gonna cry. There will be. Let's face it. You're fucked. Please. Please join into the map. Holy crap, I'm not dead. All of my armor looks broken. Oh no, never mind. It's not. Let's get away from this stupid corrupted pteranodon. With my super swooping powers. Choo. No. No, it isn't. Go in there. Bullshit. What are you talking about? I'm gonna lose my chill. I am gonna lose my chill. So apparently an hour and a half ago, we will be temporarily disabling transfers in order to mitigate loss of our PlayStation players whilst PSN is having issues. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So I can't. Well, so they disabled transfers on all because the PlayStation Now is, or the PSN is apparently where you can get the God mode glitch, I think, or something. And so they're trying to avoid losing the PlayStation Now players, or maybe PlayStation Now is offline, and so they don't want people to God mode their bases. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I'm not on my home server with a super good Dreadnoughtus that I can't even put in upload. Like, I basically can't do anything now. I don't have access to building materials. I don't have. Yeah, right? Looks like I'm staying here. What am I gonna do? I'm afraid to log off because if I log off, somebody could come and take my Dreadnoughtus. So I'm just gonna fly around. I wonder how long transfers will be off. I mean, what about like coming down over here? What if I like logged off over here? Think that'd be pretty hidden? Nah, not good enough. Ooh, maybe right here? That's too visible. Imagine your timer runs out in 10 minutes and you can't down. Yeah, for real. I think this will probably be an okay spot. I think I can log off here and probably survive until tomorrow. Or later today. But we're, I guess, going to have to cut our stream short again and only have a 4 hour stream because, I mean, there's nothing I can do here now. Because I don't have, no more cryopods, no more nothing. So thanks everybody for coming out. It's cool that we got a good melee Dreadnoughtus. I'm definitely going to be looking to snag somebody, breed that with. Maybe I can hit up Glass because he's got my old line, and we can get, 144 health and 200 melee would be pretty nice for a new line of dreads. And yeah, then we'll see about maybe doing some Titans and stuff. We're going to start working on Twisty's system to do the King Titan with all three of the other Titans. So that'll be cool. We'll try and get that done before the end of February. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, being in the chat, lurking, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good day. I will see you all tomorrow.